This video is not a replacement to your owner's manual. Please refer to your owner's manual for additional information. One of the most challenging physical jobs for a caregiver is transferring residents from one surface to another. A caregiver may make several of these transfers each day. Manually lifting a resident poses a real physical risk. Back injuries occur frequently when caregivers attempt to move residents using only body mechanics. There is also the risk of injuring your resident's dignity. Preserving human dignity is an essential part of quality health care. The Invacare iLift series lifts can help eliminate these risks because they are designed to safely transfer your resident from one surface to another with dignity. When used properly as part of a comprehensive safe patient handling program, the Invacare iLift series is an essential tool for both residents and caregivers. Becoming proficient and comfortable using an Invacare iLift series lift is very important. Practice the following transfers often before you lift a resident. Lifts from bed to chair or wheelchair. Lifts from chair to bed. And lifts from floor to bed. Please be sure to read and understand the owner's manual before use. Safety is very important when performing transfers, and that includes your safety. Always use good body mechanics. Keep your center of gravity low and use your leg muscles when positioning the resident. Place your feet apart to establish a broad base of support. Keep your spine in a natural alignment and never twist while lifting. In addition to lifting and positioning properly, always inspect your resident's sling before using it. Check for wear, tears, and loose stitching. Bleached, torn, cut, frayed, or broken slings are unsafe and should never be used. Invacare iLift series lifts are valuable tools for lifting and transferring non-ambulatory or obese residents. iLift series lifts support residents weighing up to 450 pounds. The Invacare iLift is versatile. It can lift a person from a bed, a stretcher, a wheelchair, a commode, and even from the floor. Let's look at the different parts of the lift. Invacare iLift series lifts are made of 3 assemblies: the base, the mast, and the boom. Let's start with the base. It rides over the floor on these 4 low-friction casters. The rear casters are lockable. This is an important feature when you are adjusting the sling for initial setup on your resident, as you'll see a little later in this program. There are 2 adjustable legs. With the 2 adjustable legs closed, the Invacare iLift can be maneuvered easily through doors, around furniture, and in tight hallways. The Invacare iLift series includes models with either manually operated or powered legs. To open legs on a manual model, simply grab the shifter handle with one hand and the push handle with the other hand. Pull back on the shifter handle and move it to the right. Make sure that the handle drops into the slot to lock the legs into place. To close the legs, just reverse the process. Grab the shifter handle with one hand and the push handle with the other. Pull the shifter handle back and move it to the left. Again, make sure that the handle drops into the slot to lock the legs in place. The Invacare iLift Power Plus uses a power actuator button to open and close the legs. It is extremely important to make sure the legs are fully locked into the open position when lifting a resident. The legs must be fully open and locked in place to ensure proper weight distribution and balance. The mast features ergonomically designed push handles, a hand pendant which houses the operator's controls, the battery, a control box, and the actuator, which is the part that actually lifts the resident. The boom or lifting arm is attached to the mast. At the end of the boom is the hanger bar. The resident's sling attaches here, and it is padded for extra safety. The boom on the Invacare iLift Power and iLift Power Plus models is operated by the controls on the hand pendant. This button gently raises or lowers it. Notice how smooth and quiet it is. These models are powered by a 24-volt battery. They come standard with 2 batteries and a wall-mountable battery charger. This way, one battery is powering the lift while the other battery is on the charger. It only takes about 4 hours to fully charge a battery. This LED light tells you the battery is charging. When the battery is fully charged, it will go out. Leave the battery on the charger until you need to use it. The charger will trickle charge the battery, making sure it is always at full capacity and ready to use. Daily charging will actually prolong the life of the batteries. Each battery can make about 200 lifts before it needs to be recharged. An alarm will go off when the battery is low. The Invacare iLift Power Plus model also has a visual battery indicator on the control box and on the hand pendant. Replacing the battery is easy. Just squeeze the handle to unlock the battery from the mount. Next, pull the battery towards you to clear the bracket. Then, lift it up and towards you. You might find it easier to use 2 hands for this part. Now, simply mount a fresh battery by sliding it along the bracket until it rests in the cradle. Then, push it away from you until you hear it click into place. Place the drained battery on the battery charger the same way. Simply slide it down and push it away until you hear it click into place. To shut off all power to the lift, push the stop button on the control box. To restore the power, rotate the stop button to the right. If the power fails and you need to lower the boom, you can do it safely by activating the emergency release. Invacare iLift battery-powered lifts have 2 emergency release mechanisms, a primary and a secondary emergency release. To activate the primary release, insert a pin or similar object into the hole on the control box labeled Emergency Down. This will cause the actuator to retract and slowly lower the boom. If that doesn't work, or if you can't get to the primary release, use the secondary mechanical emergency release located here near the base of the actuator. There must be weight on the boom for this mechanical release to function. Pull up on the emergency tab and push down on the boom at the same time. All battery-powered lifts feature an anti-entrapment capability. This internal sensor will automatically stop the lift if it meets any kind of resistance while it is lowering. Although one lift works for multiple residents, it is recommended that each resident be issued their own individual sling that meets their specific size, weight, medical condition, and transfer requirements. Invacare offers a wide selection of slings to meet almost every lifting situation in either soft, durable mesh or solid fabric with padded areas for extra comfort. Always check with a physician before selecting a sling for your resident. There are 3 types of slings: full body or comfort slings, divided leg or universal slings, and toileting slings. The full body and divided leg slings have built-in headrests for your residents with limited stability, and the full body sling has an optional commode opening if needed. The divided leg, universal, and toileting slings fit around a seated resident. Padding under the thighs provides added comfort. They can be easily removed while the resident is seated. Always inspect the sling before use. Check for wear, tears, and loose stitching. Bleached, torn, cut, frayed, or broken slings are unsafe and should never be used. You can adjust the slings for different body positions by using these color-coded loops, which are sewn into each strap. If you want to position your resident in a reclining position, attach the sling using the loops at the end of all 4 straps. If you want to position your resident in a seated position, attach the sling using the loops closest to your resident for the 2 head straps and the loops furthest away from them for the 2 leg straps. Most Invacare slings have reinforced grab straps sewn into the back to help you guide your resident. Invacare's full range of slings offers solutions that best suit your needs. Our goal is to help you provide safe and effective health care with top-quality, reliable products, making life's experiences possible for your residents. Although Invacare lifts and slings have been designed so that they can be safely operated by one caregiver, it is recommended that two caregivers perform all resident transfers. Let's take a few minutes and watch several different lift situations. First, lifting a resident from their bed to a wheelchair.